there's one called Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is kind of
I've
the
seen
gold,
that one.
the gold standard of NFTs. The floor price right now is like 100 Ethereum, which each Ethereum right now is like $3,000.
For like 100
So
Ethereum, that's
the
like
base
bank
price,
money,
the base
dude.
price is $300,000 to get in. You have to buy one, and they have exclusive events on like yachts and fancy ass hotels. And if you don't own one, you can't go to those events.
Yeah, Mary was talking about you being on that. You guys on that NFT craze,
Dude.
NFT's cool. I like NFTs.
Yeah, we've actually gotten in a couple big projects.
Yeah, a couple big projects, man. I mean, NFTs is it's just so new right now that it's been just really crazy. Especially with the big projects, like the type of turnout someone can make off an NFT is just crazy.
Yeah, so we just got into a project. Well, we got whitelisted for this project back in November.
Yeah.
Hate Beast. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah.
I'm so.
It just So I got like whitelisted in it.
What does that mean?
So that's like so they are usually when projects come out, there's a public sale and a pre-sale.
Yeah.
If you're whitelisted, you're a part of the pre-sale. And so usually the gas fees are lower because there's not as much traffic. And so when there's more traffic on the blockchain,
You have these gas
the
wars.
gas fees are insane. Like there's been times
Left and
where
right.
you buy an NFT for say $400, the gas prices are gonna be like $800.
Yeah.
That you have to pay because those fees go to the miners who mined the Ethereum. Most of the NFTs are on the Ethereum blockchain.
Yeah.
And so those fees go to them. And so, yeah, if there's a lot of traffic on the blockchain, so if like a big project comes out, a lot of traffic in that on the blockchain because a lot of people are trying to get in on the project, the gas fees are hella high. And so when you're on the pre-sale, there's only a set amount because say you have a collection of 10,000 NFTs. They usually will pre-sale. Some of the other projects like this one I'm going to talk about is fully pre-sale, fully whitelist. So if you're on the whitelist, you don't get mint. You have to buy from the secondary, so off of OpenSea.
Which is good and bad at the same time.
So you either have to, you have to hope that you get a part of it, or you're out.
That
of luck.
probably drives up the price if there's only a pre-sale for it, right?
No, I mean if they choose to.
I mean, it depends on. A lot of it depends on the project itself. It depends on the team behind it, the amount of people that are in it. And a lot of it is their utility. And so there's one called Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is kind of the gold standard of NFTs. The floor price right now is like 100 Ethereum, which each Ethereum right now is like $3,000.
For like 100 Ethereum, that's
the
like
base
bank
price,
money,
the base
dude.
price is $300,000 to get in. You have to buy one, and they have exclusive events on like yachts and fancy ass hotels. And if you don't own one, you can't go to those events.
It's like a status symbol.
And
that
is the utility behind the project. You get to, if you have one, you get to go to these events.
Are you still paying for these events, or no? That's
No.
like your that's your ticket.
As long as you
to
have
it.
that token right there, you have access to whatever they
And
offer.
so if you don't,
as long as it's in
you're
a
out of
smart.
luck.
As long
And
as
there's
smart
been a lot of
contract.
celebrities getting in. Like Kevin Hart just bought a Bored Ape not too long ago. Serena Williams just bought a Bored Ape not too long ago. And other celebrities I can't think about off the top of my head. But there's been a lot of people that have bought. I think Cristiano Ronaldo just bought one not too long ago. But a lot of people have been buying these Bored Apes because more people are getting into NFTs. But yeah, and so if you have like a collection of 10,000 and they try to whitelist, let's say they're going to whitelist half 5,000. If you're on the whitelist, you get the pre-sale. They usually release it like the day before. So you get 24 hours to do the pre-sale and to buy yours if you're on the pre-sale. If you don't, then all the ones that weren't minted for the pre-sale, so say 4,000 people bought that were on the pre-sale. Okay, that leaves 6,000 rest. And so those 6,000 will be on the public sale. And so everybody else has at it. And in a big project, it sells out in seconds. If a lot of people went in, it sells out in seconds. And so we just got into one called Hate Beast. And it was supposed to come out last month. It was in December. And then they pushed it back to the 19th because they wanted to make sure of January because they wanted to make sure everything was perfect for it. And then we minted on the 19th. And minting is when it goes from the company wallet to our wallet. And so you're buying it directly from them. You're not buying it from somebody on OpenSea, like off of the secondary market. You're buying it from them.
And so minting is when it switches hands.
Yeah.
To us.
You guys.
From the company to us.
From the original price.
And so that price was 2.2 Ethereum, which at the time was like $600 plus gas.
Yeah.
And the gas, and if you wait a while, the gas is always going to spike in the beginning because everybody's rushing to the server as soon as it goes live because they want to get in. But we had 5 days. They were like, okay, you have plenty of time. Don't overspend on gas because you have 5 days to mint. And the whole project was whitelisted, so there were 8,192 of them. And they were like, don't rush. You have 5 days to do it. And so I waited until, like, at first the gas prices were like $200. I was like, well, I'm not going to spend $200 just to buy this, because then we would have been spending like close to 900 instead of 600 and whatever. And so I waited, and the gas prices were like $50. And so I bought it for like 650, 700, something around there. And as soon as people were selling them on OpenSea, they were selling them for like 10 Ethereum, like $30,000.
Right out of the gate.
Right out of the gate.
And people were buying them for that price because they wanted in, and they didn't get on the whitelist, and they wanted in. We just had one sell today for 99 Ethereum for $300,000.
Jesus.
I know.
Yeah.
And you guys have some of
And
these?
we have
one.
We were only able to get one because if you're on the
One.
HAPE list, you only get
You
one.
only get one. And there's people that have enough money to be able to buy it from the secondary market like it was nothing.
Like this one dude, he bought 12 of them the other day for $300,000+.
That's some money, man.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's some
what?
money. 12 of these guys, man. And it's like, it's really cool about the whole NFT thing is like, I was following this guy, Gary V, right? Gary V, he's really big in the whole NFT space.
Yeah,
And-
Gary Vaynerchuk.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And then he was saying like he wouldn't be surprised if things like a sports ticket or airplane ticket would be turned into an NFT eventually, because things like for QR codes are already a thing, right? Instead of a paper ticket, we have codes in our phones to be able to go onto the plane. And then he said, well, if they were doing like a sports ticket, and then within that sports ticket in a smart contract, they're saying, you get an endless supply of like let's just say beer, right? You could resell that to someone else with a hefty penny, and then you can just keep that, and then that is almost like a status symbol. That's like literally, people only want this as like art. People buy like art for like Leonardo, right? People spend millions and thousands of dollars on just art pieces that they just want to hang up on their wall just because this is something like, hey, this is what I have. This is a flex, and that's all it is. It's just a digital flex.
At the end of the day, it's a collectible.
Exactly.
Is there
It's
anything
collectible.
tied to you guys got into Hypebeast? Is that what it's called?
Hate
Hape.
Beast.
Hate
Like-
Beast.
Yep.
Like ape.
Oh,
Bored
Hate
ape,
Beast.
it's Hate
Hate
Beast.
Beast. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything tied to that?
What do you mean?
With like the Bored Ape Yacht Club, you get to go on a yacht, or you get these things.
Yeah, they
Fashion-
have
fashion.
It's all like fashion based. I know they're gonna do like collabs with certain brands and stuff. They haven't like listed because they don't want to. They've been like pretty discreet about what they're saying and what their roadmap is. And the roadmap is basically kind of like where they plan on going with the project.
Yeah.
And
So these
They've been-
projects, you're basically buying a ticket for the ride, and you're hoping that they're going to do something that
Yeah.
adds value to
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
ticket.
Practically.
you're buying, and that's what a lot of that determines the price is like the utility, the team, whoever's behind the project. If somebody like is a big name in the art industry or something, and a lot of people know him, and he comes out with an NFT project, a lot of people are going to buy because they like his art and they've known about him for a long time or whatever. But yeah, a lot of the price is determined by the utility, and
Yeah.
so what you can do because you have one.
Okay.
And that's what Bored Ape, it's like a status symbol. It's like I have one. It shows that I have money. I'm able to go to these events, even whether you go to them or not. But it's the gold standard of NFTs right now. If you have a Bored Ape, you are a somebody in the NFT.
It's like having a Bentley. Like
Exactly.
you just have this.
Exactly. It's like,
status
okay,
symbol.
I got this Lambo that I bought.
It's just a
Yeah.
digital
status,
flex.
It's a status symbol. It's a
Digital
collectible
flex.
at the end of the day. And there's always going to be a collectible market. You have these trading cards, that
Pokemon cards.
Pokemon
Exactly.
go
Huge
for
right
a
now.
lot of money.
Exactly.
And so it's just a collectible.
I
from a
wouldn't be
certain
surprised,
collection.
dude. I really wouldn't be surprised if Hate Beast right now would replace Bored Ape in the near future.
I mean, I can
What
show
made
you
you
what ours
guys?
looks
Yeah,
like.
hell yeah! What
Yeah.
made you guys pick this project?
I'd been looking at it for a while. I'd found it on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I really like the art. And there's things that you just got to look into when you're researching a project. A lot of it, you look into the roadmap to see where the project's going. And I don't really base very much of my decision off the roadmap. A team can say what they want
Right.
about a project. Okay, we're gonna do this and this and this. We're gonna collab with these and these and these brands and these people.
Doesn't necessarily
Doesn't
mean it's
mean
going
that
to happen.
they're gonna follow through.
Right.
And so what I had to base my decision on, and another project that we're in called Psychedelics Anonymous, there's this dude called Voltura. His name's Voltura. That's his name on Twitter. He's been in crypto for a long time. He's been in NFTs for a couple years. So he's like very early to both. And he said that you're betting on the team behind the project. if you have confidence and faith in the team that they are going to be able to follow through with everything that they're, saying that they're going to do, and that they're going to keep up on the project and they genuinely care about their community, then that is a project you want to be in. And Hate Beast is one of those projects that, I have faith in their team because
It's also like one of those things where you can get a pretty damn decent turnaround if you do your research. If you do your own research and you get into a project that's actually on a higher level and that they are worth their salt, right? The turnout could be amazing compared to like investing into crypto. Crypto goes up and down, or stock markets. Stock markets go up and down over time. You never really know. But if you do your research and you go into a project like, for example, Hate Beast or Psychedelics, you have the confidence to be like, no, this project is going somewhere. It's gonna go somewhere, and once it gets to a certain point in SL, then you can have a lot of money, man. That's it. That's it right there.
Called Hate Prime.
Hate Prime.
Yeah, it was Hate Beast, and that's what their Twitter is called.
So these ones are going for 3-4 Ethereum.
The ones with the red number, the red little symbol next to it, that's called wrapped ETH, and that is what you use to place a bet on somebody's. And so if it's like an auction, basically, you can make an offer on somebody's NFT.
And so these are people are selling these, and you're bidding it up.
Yeah.
Or you're bidding the price.
And so you can either decide to list yours for sale when you want to sell, or you can list it for auction, and then you can place like a minimum bid that somebody has to put out.
There's like some heavy hitters in the NFT space. Like there's one individual called Beeple.
Yeah.
Beeple.
I listened to his podcast with
his
Joe.
sell for millions.
Millions, man. He sold one that's like a physical NFT. It's like, I don't know, it's like Human One or something like that.
That's insane. And how many were in that project? The Hate
8,192.
Yeah.
And I can show you ours. Let me just go to OpenSea real quick.
You guys are saying this, and to me, I'm kind of equating it to stocks, but it sounds like it's almost like an IPO.
Well,
like you're buying into this company that hasn't really, it's not there yet, but you're saying, hey, I'm going to buy in, and hopefully this thing
it could be dangerous, though. You can invest $5,000, right?
That's pretty sick.
And into an NFT
that is the one
and
that
lose
we
all
got.
your money. Easily.